Hello my friends, Simon Miller here, and this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
We argued that the only reason people admire bodybuilders who have built their body with muscle and not obese people who have built their body with eating huge amounts of food is because there's prejudice against fat people. And so bodybuilding could benefit from including the non-competitive display of fat bodies alongside muscular ones.
Now look, I know she doesn't mean this, and I know she's probably one of those people that only said that so idiots like me would make videos about people like her. However, I do have a lot of videos to make, and I had something to say, she wins. Now I don't really think I need to explain the differences here, and I also want to say that if you are overweight and you are fat and you are obese, and that's what you want to do, more power to you. You don't need some crazy bald guy telling you otherwise. It's your life, and you can do whatever the flub you want. If anybody does think there's any similarities between a bodybuilder who trains really hard, diets really hard, and goes through a lot of hardship, compared to sitting on the sofa and eating a lot, well, this doesn't tie it at all. And the real thing that does get me is that this does get into some people's brains, and these are the same individuals that have actually decided, you know what, I do want to get in shape and I do need a little bit healthier. And then they hear stuff like this and they convince themselves, no I don't, I'm going to continue to do it. And now look, there are some people who are overweight that are actually perfectly healthy and can live healthy lives, but there's also a part two to this situation in the sense that some people are not very healthy, they do need to make changes, but because it's hard, which I totally understand, you're always looking for an excuse. And that's what this stuff does. And look, it is one of the most difficult things in the world to all of a sudden change your diet. Sometimes you just gotta take accountability. However, there's probably a plus side to all of this, because it means in the world of fantasy reality, we could have done Yokozuna posing off against Ronnie Coleman. And as an idiot, that is something I want to see. So I do just want to point out again that no, I'm not telling you to do anything, but I am telling you that you shouldn't be saying stuff like this. Speaking of nonsense, flub me. Because I found a very real article on a very popular website that said, these 4 foods will make you burn fat. No. Because this doesn't exist, okay? There is no magical voodoo food that you can eat and all of a sudden you will start burning fat. I mean, even when you break that right down, it doesn't make any sense. It's 2 + 2 = potato. I mean, it's always calories in and calories out, and this list is mad. Because in at number 4, it's blackberries. And why? Because they're an antioxidant. So what? If you shove a pizza up your ass every single day, but you're taking in a lot of antioxidants, you're not going to lose weight. You're not going to lose fat. If anything, you're going to put on weight and put on fat because the blackberries will add to your daily calories. Now look, taking antioxidants is really important. There's loads of health benefits to this. And if your diet and working out plan is in check, they're absolutely going to be of assistance. But once again, you don't just eat a berry that is black and go, oh man, I'm looking so great now. That would be absolutely redonkulous. Which is the same as 3 beans. And the reason apparently is because they're high in fiber, and when something is high in fiber, it will help fight the inflammation in your gut. And if your gut is inflamed, you will be storing more fat. Now, there's probably some science there, but come on. This carries on with number 2. Avocados. Are you kidding me? One of the biggest problems with modern society, which is a wild exaggeration and hyperbole, is that avocado is the healthiest piece of food on the planet, when actually it's really high in fat. That's right, dun. Now this is good and healthy fats, but once again, it's still calories. And you sit around and eat 10 avocados a day, well guess what's going to happen? The worst part is that when you actually look into this and you find the study they were referencing, the people involved were obese and they had been taken off their junk food diet and they'd been put on a more healthy diet that just so happened to include avocados. So you do the math, it ain't hard. And number 1 is the most ridiculous. Vegetables. But even claimed the Brussels sprout was the best one because once again it's high in fiber and we've already established what that does do, but you should be eating healthy vegetables because they have a load of nutrients in it and they're good for you. And unless your whole diet is just fruit and veg, it's still not going to help out. And you shouldn't do that anyway because it won't work. So this is not the sole answer, for goodness sake, and it ties into story 1. Please stop looking for excuses. Do like this Natalie B Fitness on TikTok though. Watch.
Guys, I have the best hack ever if you have gym anxiety, okay? So if it's your first day in the gym or your first week or you're just feeling nervous, go into your gym and head straight to the Stairmaster. Why? Because the Stairmaster is taller than every other machine, so that when you go on it, you can overlook the whole gym and you can see where every machine is. You can see where the cardio, the cable machines, the squat rack, everything. You can see how people use it, and it will help with your gym anxiety so much because you know where everything is. So I would go into the Stairmaster, I would do a nice slow walk, and whilst I'm walking, I would do a little bit bit of people watching, just see where people are and where people move to, how to use machines. It's just the best hack ever.
She is really keen on trying to get people to the fitness palace of love by getting over their anxieties. And one of her tips was, oh, hey, when you do get to the gym, why don't you use the Stairmaster? Because it's really tall, and when you get to the tippity top, you can survey the area and just get comfortable with everything. That is super ridiculous in many ways, but the best things in life often are. Look at my face. That was a joke. Because if that does make you feel more comfy in the gym, hell yeah. Whatever's going to make you more comfortable is what you should do. It wouldn't surprise me if Natalie is also suggesting this, so you get on the Stairmaster, which in my opinion is the best form of cardio you can do. As long as you enjoy it. So yeah, it's a massive thumbs up for me. I thought this was good content. Although someone who is mad when it comes to bodies, it's none other than MMA fighter Alistair Overeem. I mean, look at this. This was Mr. Overeem when he was just apparently eating horse meat and doing nothing else. We know that story. And this is him today. It's quite the change. Now look, there is nothing wrong with the second picture, and in fact he probably looks more healthy there. But as always, when it comes to Alistair, there's always something. Because he has claimed a huge reason for this transformation is because he met a new personal trainer who convinced him to give up meat. And that's because when you eat meat, apparently you get a parasite in your stomach that tells your body that you should eat more meat. Sure, Al, whatever you say. The main reason I wanted to talk to you about this, though, is that you do not need to be all or nothing, which is something that Alistair Overeem seems to be doing all the time. Because he has gone from eating all the meat to none of the meat, and usually if we do try and do this with our diets, when you do a completely 180, it takes around about 3 days and you're snacking and eating junk food again. Because nobody can go from eating a really high amount of calories to a super low amount of calories. Your brain will start fighting back because you're a human being, and it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. Everybody does it. I mean, you're just going to become the hungriest person on the planet, and within seconds you'll be eating a block of cheese. So just take your time, make sure you aren't eating things that you enjoy, and remember, and I know it's boring, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And if you actually find stuff that you do like eating, then you will completely change your lifestyle. That is how you diet for life. I mean, why is everybody crazy now? Thankfully though, Mr. Olympia Chris Bumstead isn't. He just talked about the 10 best exercises he thinks you need for building muscle.
Squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, incline dumbbell press, dumbbell shoulder press, close grip flat bench, dumbbell curl, bent over row. Probably like a hanging leg raise, lateral raises, or like a overhead tricep extension.
Because that's right, he dropped squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, incline dumbbell press, close grip flat bench, dumbbell curls, bent over rows, hanging leg raises, lateral raises, and overhead tricep extensions. If you're now saying to yourself, Simon, that sounds like every single list I've ever heard, it's because some things don't change. The reason they come up and all over again is because they actually work. Keep it simple, stupid. And given that Wimbledon, the tennis tournament over here in the UK, has just started, look at this ham hock. His name is Jan Tiernitsky, the world number 164, and everybody has gone crazy because he's ripped. And look, he is in awesome shape, and 99% of people on this planet would like to look like this, but when you go and read all the press headlines, they also say, oh my gosh, he's humongous. Let's be honest, he's not. But this is good because so many of us get into this weird place where we beat ourselves up about our muscle size, go, oh, I need to be bigger. But we are in the 1%, and the rest of the world actually doesn't see it that way. And even if you only have a little bit of muscle on you, people look and go, wow, he's a giant. Because not everybody has to walk around looking like they're about to step on a bodybuilding stage. And even then, only the minute few are going to be able to do it. It has to come with a special kind of genetics. He's also smashing 5,500 calories a day, and before you go, oh no, I need to eat that much. No, you don't. Because how does he spend the rest of his days, and how does he spend the rest of his time playing tennis over and over and over again? So you already know what I'm going to say, and it's boring, but he's burning it off. So always do remember this, and always do take a step back so you don't drive yourself crazy. The whole reason we tried to get in shape in the first place is to make ourselves better, and it's meant to be a positive, so always keep that at the forefront of your brain. Don't become like Alistair Overeem. Also now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and click that bell ding ding to be part of the notification squad. And look, there's another one of these videos on the screen right now where we talk about why you should enjoy the gym. Please do give it a click. It's not there now, it'll be there in a second. Also, grillermind.com/Simon. Use code Simon to get 10% off. There is a link in the description below. I use these supplements and I think they're great, which is why I'm happy to support them. You can also find me at patreon.com/Simon316, at Simon316 on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads, and all of social media. I'm on Cameo if you like a personalized message. Just look for Simon Miller, and I have merchandise, pro wrestling tees, and Santa Athletics. Once again, description down there, support. My name is Simon Miller, as you already know, because I've said it a lot, but I appreciate you joining me today. And again, this is always going to be the theme of these videos. Just try and have fun at the gym, damn it. Life's too short. Goodbye.